Hey YouTube, how's it going? How was your day? What did you do today? Today I had my personal training session. It was really good. I told him that I was not feeling great for a bit, and he's like, "Oh, sure, I'll go easy on you." And it was not easy. It was not like super hard. It wasn't a horrible workout, but like I can't do stuff. I can't do weights. I can't do core stuff, but I guess that's what I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to get just a smidgen a bit stronger, get a little bit more endurance, and then hopefully his sessions won't be quite as hard, but then he will try to make them harder, obviously. Hi, Marie. How's it going today? Thank you for being here. My cat has decided I need to snuggle him, so don't know how much I'll be typing this time. That's okay. That's so cute. I'm glad you're getting some kitty snuggles. And Lori's here. Hey, Lori. Thank you for joining me, both of you. I'm really happy to be here. Today we're going to do another video on Barbie collab. We've only done, I think, just one video, one stream, and we have done, I think we did a video on her 1,000 years ago, and I like to do videos on top Beachbody coaches who also have other businesses because I just wonder about the dynamic between this building your art of business program that Barbie Collab has with her downline. I just wonder if members of her downline are pressured or strongly encouraged to join this training as well. Forgot to ask. Can you hear me? I'm assuming you can because no one has said, "Hey, you're muted" or something. But can you please confirm you can hear me? Okay, that would be great. Hey, Gary, how's it going? So this is her new-ish training, business training. I've seen it a few times on my Facebook, and I just made sure to bookmark it, take a picture of it so I could come back and do this video later. It's called Athena, the Art of Business with Dr. Barbie Kalev. We know she has a PhD, I think, in French literature, English literature. We're going to learn a little bit more about it farther down. And yes, having a PhD does earn her the title of doctor, but I think in this case, it's just used to further legitimize her business coaching and make it seem more impressive than it actually is because they're like, wow, I am doing business training with a real doctor, right? Okay, let me zoom in so I can see this better. Okay, so this is called Athena. Athena is a hybrid 7-module live and self-paced coaching program for the woman who is looking to start a business, is new in business, or has been in business for a while and aiming to grow her business. You want to know what to do and how to make the inner shift to be able to start or go from inconsistent income to profitable months with joy and fulfillment. Again, like all of these business trainings, they're always extremely broad. It is about anyone who's thinking of starting a business or is new or maybe start one in the future, right? And it just makes it seem like it's for literally anyone. Anyone who has any thoughts of a business at all can start this program, start this training, and they too can find amazing financial success. And her big focus in her business training is on finding joy in your business and doing it in a way that's aligned with your own personal values and your own well being. As you can see here, from food, I was going to say foot stamps, from food stamps to 8-figure woman. Okay, I've never had to be on food stamps before, but I know that experiencing any level of income insecurity is very, very challenging, but I don't like the way people in MLMs talk about poverty or income struggles like it's something that's shameful and that they're so embarrassed about having experienced that poverty. And in my opinion, I understand it's really tough. We've all experienced that in our lives, but I just don't like the way it's portrayed in this industry. I don't like how they seem to portray themselves as less than before the MLM because they were insecure financially, and the MLM changed that for them because they were still valuable before. They were still valuable when they were struggling with their finances and being resilient and trying to find a way out, in my opinion. I've been in the online business. Did I already read this? No, I didn't. I've been in the online business space for 16 years, coming from food stamps to graduating at the top of my class from NYU with a PhD in French literature to becoming an industry leader. I feel confident in my ability to guide you to start and grow your business successfully. Something I wonder is, how much money does Barbie make from this kind of training course in comparison to her Beachbody downline? She's at the very, very top of the company, so she is probably making huge amounts of money in her team cycle bonus and lots on her matching bonus as well. But I just wonder if we could compare the finances, which one would be more fruitful for her. In my opinion, I feel like it would probably be this coaching. What do you think? I was just checking my phone. Sorry about that. So I'm going to zoom out so we can read this. Barbie's really intelligent. She has PhD in French literature. I wasn't sure if it was English or French. She's really well spoken. She presents herself really well. Like, she seems very, very confident and very personable. And I think a lot of people don't acknowledge the privilege that that brings them, like, just being the whole package, being able to speak clearly, being outgoing, and having some kind of advanced education that, in my opinion, automatically makes you and your MLM more legitimate, and that makes it more likely that someone's going to want to join you. People in MLMs never want to acknowledge their privilege, in my opinion. Why Athena? So this is the name of her coaching business, or coaching, her business coaching. There you go. I know what it's like to have a deep knowing in your soul that you have something big to offer the world and that you were made for more. Daniel Ryan has talked about this on her channel before, about how in MLM and business coaching, it's thought that we're all made for more. We're all made to have a huge impact in the world and not just do the everyday 9 to 5. And some people sure could be wanting to open up a nonprofit or travel the world, but some people are happy to have a job they don't mind with a boss that respects them and cares about them a little bit, and have time to go home and hang out with their family and hang out with their friends. And not everyone has the desire to have this massive impact outside of their children or their spouse or their friends. So I don't think I'm made for more. I'm really happy and content with my life right now. But we know in MLM, you can never just be content. You always have to be pushing for the next big thing, the next big break. Where was I? But at the same time, I know what it's like to feel overwhelmed and confused with all the information out there on starting or running a new business. Where to begin? How to begin? Or even if you have a business, how do you put the pieces together in a way that is profitable? That is you and not a copy of someone else. There are so many pieces to the puzzle, and I feel so confident that Athena is an answered prayer. I don't think so. Hey, Kirsten, how's it going? Thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out with me. Absolutely, being able to speak easily on stage and in public settings is an extreme advantage. Exactly. Exactly. She holds herself really well in public, and that's going to make her more likable, more personable, and people may want to join her, right? Okay, I had something to say. So in this coaching, we're being taught how to be us and not a copy of someone else. However, in the coaching program thing we looked at, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. It appeared that they were pushing the exact same templates, the exact same info for every single person, and in that case, I said yesterday it would be really hard to make yourself stand out among a sea of other Beachbody coaches who are also just using the exact same products that they paid for, right? I've been able to build to a cumulative 8 figures and have experience launching multiple business models. What's 8 figures? Because 7 figures is a million, right? So has she made 10 million in is this in MLM or is this just across all your other businesses also with your coaching? And you said you've launched multiple business models. I don't really understand that phrasing. I would feel like you would say, I've opened and scaled multiple businesses in a variety of industries. I've never heard someone say, "I've launched business models." Does that seem strange to you? I have mastered the art of producing results without feeling burnt out. I can't wait to share my knowledge, expertise, and wisdom with you. So she's marketing this not just for network marketers, although she does say network marketers are one of the audiences. It's just funny how she's saying she's going to teach us how to do our business without burnout. But we know in MLMs, people are expected to work constantly, and any moment of free time they have, you have to work your business or do some personal development. So it's just interesting coming from Beachbody, where her entire downline is probably burnt out, that she would say that. When I think of the modern day Athena, she is sovereign over her emotions. That's weird. She is a saleswoman who has extreme ease, allowing big money to flow into her hands. Ugh. Do you remember if you've been, this was several months ago. I don't remember exactly when we did the Money Magnet Barbie Kalev course, where it was all about money manifestation. I cannot stand the idea of manifesting money, and it's all phrased in a way that if we're not making money in MLM, it's because we have a block in place, and our negative attitude, our limiting beliefs, our negative experiences connected to money is the reason. And if only we just like let down our walls, we would magically make lots of money in our MLM. And I can't stand that. And why do we need to be a sovereign over our emotions to be a good business owner? I understand if you're an actual business owner, you're going to have a lot of ups and downs in your business. You might have months where you're not very profitable. You might you might have people quit, and it's important to just keep pushing. I understand that, but if you're a business owner, it's okay to feel your emotions. It's okay to be like, "Oh my goodness, this sucks. I've worked so hard and we just lost all this money." But we know in MLM, you cannot feel your emotions. It's sad. I'm lucky enough that if I just get started, I can run my mouth without problem. Oh, and then go home and get a panic attack that I was making a fool of myself. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear about the panic attack part, but I'm happy to hear that you can just talk in public and just run your mouth. That's great because that takes confidence. Made for something more. What to sell? To sell soap, to sell more toilet cleaner, to sell more, more, more. There's no higher calling in this, just a call to exploit others. Gary, that's a brilliant, brilliant point because MLMs like to connect themselves to a higher cause. You'll have MLMs like Mary and Martha, of course, where it's focused on Christian, like spreading the Christian faith. And then you have Trades of Hope, where it's all about fair trade. But then Beachbody is all about ending the threat of obesity in the United States, or could be about helping people become financially empowered. And it's never just we're salespeople. We're just gonna go and just sell some soap. It always has to be connected to something else. Sorry, I'm sorry to be checking my phone. This is just quick. Okay, sounds good. And it's funny how she's saying she is a saleswoman. Athena is a saleswoman, but in MLM, in Beachbody, you're told that you are not selling, you are sharing. And we're told that because apparently people don't want to be sold to. However, I would rather know that I'm being sold to by someone who has the proper sales training in instead of an MLM person really just like preying on me and using my pain points to manipulate me to bring me into a system where I'm going to lose money. I think launching several business models means that she has helped several people slash companies start. Okay, gotcha. I did not understand that at all. Athena, goddess of wisdom. What does that have anything to do with money? So I mentioned the money manifestation course. They're two separate courses within Barbie's catalog, I guess. But I think like she did talk about allowing big money into your hands. So I think she is connecting them, but you're right. You're right. There is not really a connection there. And then Lori's saying hi to Marie. Awesome. Okay. She learns from her mistakes and understands that the path to greatness, however she defines it, is created by making bold moves, trusting her intuition, and by taking consistent and aligned action. She is in it for the long game. She takes great pleasure and finds deep meaning in her work and her life, knowing that the wealth she creates is also for the good of all. Athena, the art of business is your invitation to step into who you really are. I have some stuff to say. So she's in it for the long game. Crap, I didn't bring my Tylenol. My eyeballs are hurting. I did my squirting stuff in my eyeballs. I did bring my Tylenol. I might take a break and turn the camera off if I need to and just go get it quick. She's in it for the long game. In MLM, you're always told you have to stay in for as long as you can because if you quit before you had a chance to really build your business, then that's how you fail. And you just have to stick it out long enough and you will make money. And just a way to keep people in the system for longer. Okay, there was something else. Knowing that the wealth she creates is also for the good of all. In in MLM, we're always told that it's about more than money. It's about the impact we're having on our downline. However, if we were truly interested in helping people become financially stable and improve their quality of life, we would not be in an MLM. We might open up a nonprofit. And I said this before, I do believe that many people join an MLM because they think that they are helping, they think that they're actually going to have a positive impact. But I do think at some point you have to know that you are in an unethical business structure, in my opinion. So, my apologies, a minute break. I'm gonna go get Tylenol, and I promise next time I'll have my Tylenol in the office. Okay, bye. I'll be right back. Hi, friends. I'm back. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna have my Tylenol. I should have taken Tylenol before I started. I have a drink here. I remember to squirt my eyes, but I did not take Tylenol. Whoops. Yeah, for my eyes, I'm finally getting referred to a specialist because it's been my issue started in May, but I didn't go see a doctor about it until June. So it's been like June, July, August. 4 months. 4 months. So I'm finally seeing a specialist, which is great. I'm really excited for that. Athena, the art of business is your invitation to step into who you really are. No, it's not, because in MLM, there is no space for creativity. We do not get to actually run our business in the way that we want, even though that's how we were sold the business. That's how we were recruited. But we can't be who we are, and we can't run our business in the way that we want. Carrie, no, it's not Fresca. It is Diet Grapefruit. President's Choice Diet Grapefruit. But Fresca is delicious, Gary. I completely agree with you. Imagine dot 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 being clear on your purpose, knowing what to post on social media, being at home in your authentic voice, attracting soul aligned clients, riding the waves of entrepreneurial life with ease, and making the sales. It is absolutely possible. None of this actually means anything. I'm trying to think of how to summarize this sentence in average everyday language, and I'm not quite sure. It's just a bunch of fancy words to say something really basic. Being at home in your authentic self, being who you are, attracting, and then this part here, can you see? Oh, no, you can't. Oh, there you go. And then here, that's literally just help attracting people to your business that have similar goals as you, being a strong entrepreneur. Like, why are we I feel like we're trying to meet the word count requirements for a university essay instead of just writing really clearly and concisely, in my opinion. Athena, the art of business, will guide you to create your soul aligned business that helps you tap into your joy and generate the income you desire. What's a soul aligned business, ma'am? I don't know what that is. Tell me what you mean. Ugh. Okay, so this is who it's for. I'm gonna have a drink quickly. Who's it for? Who it's for. Who it's for. Not who's it for. Women who are in the early stages of business or thinking of starting an online business. The program is ideal for coaches of all kinds, online and offline. Coaches coaching coaches who coach coaches to coach coaches. Healers who offer online and offline services. What does that mean? Do you think that means like medical professionals, like a nurse or a doctor? But there are spiritual coaches. I've seen or I've heard of Danielle Ryan talk about those before. Maybe that's what she means. Network marketers, both new and seasoned. Social sellers, including affiliate marketers. Interesting, because a lot of people in MLMs now like to say that network marketing is social selling. We know and that it's affiliate marketing and that they're all the same thing. And we know that's not the case. We've heard John Melton, famous MLM coach, talk about how affiliate marketing is not the same as MLM because you are not building a downline in affiliate marketing. You are just simply getting a commission whenever someone buys a product from your link. Solo entrepreneurs, and anyone in sales who wants to learn how to grow a business and to do so being yourself while tapping into your own wisdom and being your authentic self. Athena is ideal for someone who has some idea of what her passions and desires are and is looking for clarity. If you have any questions, what? If you have any questions whether Athena is a good fit, that seems like it's not a proper sentence, right? If you have any questions about whether Athena is a good fit, right? I encourage you to send me a message on social or to barbiekalev@gmail.com. Could that mean soul line client? It's hard to know what she means because it doesn't actually mean anything in real life. Do you think it could just mean a client she can relate to, a client that she can connect with personally, that understands her personality, understands her business and like her goals? Do you think that's what it could mean? Exactly. Pseudoscience vibes. Exactly. It could be fringe-worthy quacks and nut jobs, right, Gary? So yeah, and this whole thing here, social entrepreneur, blah, to do so being yourself while tapping into your own wisdom. So what is the difference between being ourself and being our authentic self? Someone in my video yesterday had a good point about how long the pitch was for the business coaching, the Beachbody business coaching. And I think maybe these coaches like to have a lot of words on their page, so maybe it seems more impressive than it actually is. But they're, in my opinion, I feel like they're just saying the same things in slightly different ways. They're just tweaking the language a little bit. So if you're not fully paying attention, you might not notice. Oh, I love these things where it's like, who's it for? This like positive characteristic that everyone would want to be thought of as, and then who it's not for is always really like seen more negatively. And in my opinion, who these programs aren't for is portrayed as someone who's lazy or who doesn't want to have success in their business. This is not for the person who wants to follow an exact or step by step cookie cutter approach that is proven to work. Why am I not offering an exact blueprint? Because there is no such thing unless you are actually building a house or starting a franchise. What works for one will not work for all. If it were that simple, everyone would have equal results. You can absolutely build a business your way, being your unique self. My issue I have with this is she's a famous Beachbody coach saying there's no such thing as a cookie cutter, one size fits all approach. But in Beachbody, they are taught just do what the top coaches are doing. Just follow Barbie and follow Melanie, follow Lindsay, and you too will find success. So, that first point under who it's for is extremely interesting in my opinion. What do we think about that part? She's right. There is no exact blueprint because if she hands me exactly what she did to make 8 figures, well, I'm different. I'm not as well spoken as she is. I don't have the experience public speaking and connecting with huge groups of people like she does. And so she's right. What she did for success is not going to work for me. This is not for someone who feels completely lost with their passions and desires. No, Barbie, just because someone doesn't want to join your coaching program does not mean they don't have passion, does not mean they don't care about their business. It could simply mean that they don't see the value in spending however much money this is on a fluffy business coaching program that does not seem to actually provide any tangible tips that will help me grow my business, MLM or otherwise. I can't stand that. That makes me upset. Athena is ideal for someone who has some ideas of what they'd like to do or has an existing business they would like to grow. But you can decide that you don't want to do Athena, but have great ideas of how you want to build your business. It doesn't need to be black and white. Like, you're either in Athena and you're a real business owner with passion, or you're not in Athena and you suck and you don't care about your business. Yes. Great point. Great point. Love that. Oh, oh. Why am I getting annoyed? I always get annoyed at the topics that are like more chill and aren't worth negative emotions, but that's when I get the most frustrated, I feel. What time is it? Oh, we've already been going for a bit. That's good. Well, what does work? What is Athena? I will generously share and provide you with strategies, frameworks, ideas, and principles that you can filter through your own understanding and values so you can start to grow and scale your business. You ultimately so many buzzwords are the architect of your life and business. Athena will give you the knowledge you need to get started and the freedom to choose from the many permutations your business can take. First off, frameworks, ideas, principles, they're all kind of the same thing. They're all kind of the same thing. You can say, I will share with you a variety of different strategies that you can use to help you grow or start your business. Why are we making everything so drawn out? I don't like it. And Athena is going to somehow give us the ability to choose the different forms our business can take. But Barbie, how are you going to help us determine what forms we want our business to take? We are never going to see it, but I want actual examples of practical curriculum on this page that will help me understand how you're going to help me get to this spot where I can choose from the forms my business will take. That's so abstract. It doesn't mean anything with the way it's written, but it also doesn't mean anything with something to back it up. I feel like I'm just blabbing and I'm getting annoyed. Marie said word salad. Yes, Marie. Yes, exactly. Huh. If you want to know what to do and how to make the inner shift to be able to start or go from inconsistent income to profitable months with joy and fulfillment. Oh, okay, drink break. Here's the freaking curriculum, and it still doesn't mean anything. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. 7 inside Athena, you will find self-paced and live modules program. What? What? 7 modules, self-paced and live modules program in the art of business. Okay, friends, friends, what does this sentence mean? I'm lost. I can't. 7 modules, self-paced. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Her prose is weirdly condensed, baffle speak, and it isn't saying anything. I'm annoyed too. I'm glad you understand, Gary. Ugh. And it's hard when one is in a career where you have to write very concisely. You have a lot of expectations on you as a strong writer, and then this is a professional page. It's a business page, and it's not well written, in my opinion. And I'm going to be a little bit DC like here and say that this formatting is not wonderful. When I'm writing my papers, I do not allow, when I have points, I do not allow this thing to happen. You see the personal? That should be aligned, and then I try my best to be consistent with the periods. If I'm going to have a period at the end of one point, I should have a period at the end of this point as well. I should have a period at the end of this point. It should all be cohesive. I know even people in my employment, they're not focused that much on formatting necessarily, but for me, it's important. Oh, sorry. Inside Athena just sounds off limits, right? If you're just thinking about starting an online business, the first call will help you identify what your personal strengths and gifts are and how to turn them into profit. This was a Daniel Ryan video where she was reacting to a business coach who was saying everyone has a skill that they can coach on, that they can write a course on, but not everybody does. Not everyone has a skill that they're that strong in. I don't think maybe writing, maybe I was gonna say I don't think I do, but not everyone does. And just because I am strong in writing doesn't mean that I have the personality or the ability or the characteristics even to properly teach someone how to write. Because I've never been a teacher, I've never had training to be a teacher. So it doesn't mean I'm automatically qualified. Identify the many opportunities that exist in the online space. Do we think that that means she's going to pitch her MLM to us if we are not already in a different MLM or in body? Gain clarity around what you truly desire to do and not just what you should or could do. An NYU PhD in French Lit, okay, isn't going to make you a decent writer or editor, but you might be able to fool some folks. But if you're a PhD in anything English or writing related, right? It's literature. She would probably need to write a dissertation. It's probably like 200 pages or something. She probably had to write papers, and so I feel like a PhD in this kind of field, shouldn't that make us better writers? I don't know, man. Okay, strategy and mindset. I'm feeling myself annoyed. I'm so annoyed. What it really takes to thrive in business. what you need to know and what people are not talking about. What does that mean? What people are not talking about? What do you mean? Whether you have an existing business or are just beginning, I'll help you identify a mission and values to serve as your North Star. This is not a boring corporate mission statement. Identify work and stepping into who you were designed to be. How is that strategy? Identify work? What are we identifying? Are we identifying the tangible steps that we need to take in order to open or scale our business? Because if so, I think that's great. But I wonder if we're not, are you working with us one on one? Or is this more general? Are these more like general training sessions? Because not everyone would be able to create a mission statement on their own, especially if they're new to business. Some people are going to need more help and more guidance. So I wonder, I highly, highly doubt that it would be one-on-one though. I don't remember. The first thing you need is the ability to help someone to learn, then the knowledge of your topic. Exactly. And in writing, I don't think I have the ability to teach someone. Maybe I could indirectly, like if someone wants me to edit their college essay or something, and I print out their paper, I do the edits, and then maybe I go through and be like, oh, I made this change because of this, and the grammar was off here, and just like talking through it, that could indirectly teach someone, I guess. Ooh. Okay. John, hi Johnny. It's so nice to see you. There are things that I love to do, like hobbies, that I don't want to profit on. Exactly. When it turns into work, it's not fun anymore. I love that. And that's very, very true. You learn to write in the topic you get your PhD in. It's not necessary that you can write in any other subject. Interesting. 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 Very cool. Very cool. I've never done a PhD, obviously. I've been in grad school, though, and I learned a lot of writing skills that I still use in my employment, that I've used in many, many jobs. So I don't remember what my point is. I guess I just assumed one would learn how to write well in a PhD. Where's my mouse? Social media. An honest conversation about what it takes to build a business in 2023, whether you're a healer, coach, network marketer, social seller, etc. Isn't this what we did all up here? Like what it takes to thrive in business, what people are not talking about? Is that not what we need to build a business? I feel like all of this stuff is what we need to build a business. Identify opportunities that exist. That's what we need to know, that in order to open up our business. This is all the same thing. What it takes to grow an audience and attract your ideal client. Maybe that is the soul aligned client, right? Building a business, being your authentic self. We already did that too. We literally already talked about being our authentic self. Oh my gosh, I feel it in my chest. I'm annoyed. Calm down. It's okay. When to hire, who to hire, what you need to know about building a support team, boundaries and communication for sanity and growth. Okay, I like the when to hire, who to hire, what to know, because that's actually tangible. If you're lucky enough to use Barbie's training to expand your business, you are going to need some basic knowledge about how to hire people and like benefits and payroll and taxes. So I like that. I think that's good. Offer creation. How to build offers that feel amazing to you and your clients. The sky's the limit with possibilities when it comes to offer creation. How to price your offers. I've heard Daniel Ryan talk about how some coaches will teach you to think about the amount of money you want to make in a year as a coach, as a business coach or whatever coach. Think about the amount of money you want to make in a year. Think about the number of hours that you want to work in a week, and then just divide it and figure out what your price for like 1 hour of your time or whatever, or like how many membership purchases you'll need into your course. And that's how you price it, not necessarily what you think your offer is worth. Not that, but just how much money you want to make, which I think that's interesting. Inner game and wisdom. how you can build a business that actually feels amazing. She already said this. Based on intuition, wisdom, and strategy, navigating the emotional and mental ebbs and flows of building a business at all levels. What to do when people are not buying. Time management. Building a business with the time you have. How to manage your unique time and energy in a way that honors your health and family. How to deliver without feeling depleted. But how to deliver without feeling depleted, that is very similar to like establishing and something about boundaries. She was saying develop your own boundaries. How to deliver without feeling depleted. That's very similar because if you are established, maintaining your boundaries, chances are that you will not be feeling depleted and burnt out while working to grow your business. It's all the exact same. So here's the price. It was last month it started. Paid in full, $798. Two payment option, 420 times two. VIP upgrade option, two bonus live group calls. Choose upgrade at checkout. So $798. We're just going to, I'm curious how much a night course, like a business course would cost at a community college. So I'm just going to Google community college night course, say Boston. I how much does it cost? How much does a community college night course cost? I'm curious. I'm curious. Does anyone know? Has anyone ever taken a night course at a community college before? And how much if you don't mind, you don't have to say if you don't want to. I'm curious to see if someone could do a business course at a college and have it be less than $800. I'm not getting a really easy answer. I should have done this before. Sorry, friends. Because my point is, I've said this before, if we have $800 to spend, I feel like it would be better for like someone who actually knows how to teach in business building, someone who has experience with it, not just with building their own business, but with teaching others how to do the same in a professional environment. Maybe someone who knows how to teach, who went to teachers college and has person like specific training to ensure that they're a good communicator, right? Marie said, the thing with scientific writing is that it is highly specific to subject areas and the style can vary widely. So, yes, you learn how to write scientific articles in your subject. Interesting. Feels like this one point. Yes, this is one point just worded differently. They're all the same points. You're so right, Marie. The toughest Evelyn job belongs to the poor doofus who has to write these winding, repetitive, gassy websites. Oh, Gary, I'm feeling depleted from listening to this mess. Right, Johnny? Right. Oh, Marie said they're from Sweden, so a business course would be free. Interesting. Like a business course at a college. Okay, they just put it into Chat GBT, right? So has anyone ever? So Marie said free because they live in Sweden. So anyone else on the live chat or in the replay, I'd love to know. Do you think you could take a night course related to business at a college for less than $800? And Danielle Ryan has also talked about this thing where the payment plan you end up paying more, so you're being punished for not having almost $800 just laying around. And in my opinion, payment plans are great, but just like Danielle says, they should not be punishing those who don't have the full amount. I think that's very predatory, in my opinion. What do you guys think about that? About payment plan being more expensive? And so it doesn't look like there's any actual one-on-one coaching here. You can't. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize. It's a extra $197 for 2 extra group calls. Oh no. That's so much money for just 2 calls. That's so much. I wonder how much money Barbie actually makes on the upgrade. Wow. Wow. And we could do a lot with $800 just in our lives too. Like, we could do groceries if you're a single person, groceries for a month or 2, right? If there's like, you could take your kids on a fun trip. You could do your back to school shopping with your kids. You could go on a little weekend trip with your spouse. There's a lot of really nice things we could do with $800. It's been years since I took classes, but yes, but probably 2 to 300 per credit, and probably a 3-credit course, so my guess is 600 to 900. Okay. Interesting, interesting. And Marie said even if it costs more, you would pay a bit more in a night college, you would get actual knowledge. Yes. Yes, so even if it is on the higher end of Johnny's guess with the 900, chances are, and yeah, Johnny said my guess is in USD, chances are you're actually going to get more action items that you could implement where you're going to actually see results potentially in your business. Love this. Thank you for sharing your guess, Johnny. That's really helpful. Okay. So here's some testimonials. We're not going to read every single one because my head hurts, my eyeballs hurt, and I want to be done soon, even though I'm having a great time. I'm glad I chose a shorter topic for this video, and I'm not going to be here for like an hour and a half. So this is from Kathy. The biggest thing I learned is that I don't have to see how other people are doing it and that this is the right way because they've been doing it a long time. I don't have to see how they're doing it. I think that's how I have to do it and try to follow that. I can be my unique self, do it the way I want to do it, and that's the right way for me. That will draw the right people. That was such an important thing to get past that part where I felt I have to know what. I know it's just a testimonial, but I can't read this. Okay, we get the point. We get the point. We get the point. Here's some client love, some more testimonials. Yes, brilliant point, Johnny. And even if you're just doing it for the credit, right? If you don't have, if you're not trying to get a degree, there is value in having a college course on your resume because you can showcase the specialized knowledge that you learned and you can talk about the different skills that you had to acquire and use to get through that, especially if you were doing the night course while working full time. You could work on time management. You could say you had to prioritize multiple competing deadlines or something, and it could really help you in your job hunt. That's a great point. And then also, of course, you could use it to work towards a degree, which also has great value on a resume. I know not everyone wants to go to college, and it's wonderful that we all have our different goals, and we all want to live our lives differently. I'm not saying everyone needs to go to college, but like MLM Fraud said, MLM companies always say college is for losers. It's wonderful that people have a different path. I understand not everyone wants to go to college. However, even if you don't go into your exact field, you learn a lot of valuable skills, a lot of valuable life skills in college, and your degree does have some value in the workplace. So it's not like we wasted our time going to university. Hey, Jeanette, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. And Christina's here. Hello, Christina. How's it going? Thank you guys so much for being here. Client love. This was a great first session. I couldn't make it live and watched the replay last night. Thank you to the ladies that shared. One thing that's been sticking out in my mind is that I want to grow my business as a professional. I felt the positive energy and support on this call. Something that's hard for me starting out is being around people that want something similar and believe it can happen. I needed a space to share the belief and enthusiasm. In MLM, you always have to be around people who have the same goals and who push you to be better. And it's like, no, sometimes I just want to be around people who like me and respect me and want me to be happy. They don't always need to like be more financially stable than me and want to push me to make even more money. No, thank you. Okay, hi everyone. I'm sorry I had to leave before the end of the call yesterday. I didn't get to introduce myself. I was in awe of you ladies as I listened to your stories. I even got teary eyed listening to everyone sharing. It was really beautiful to watch. I'm grateful for the opportunity to get to know you all better. People could join Barbie's coaching program as a way to just have community, right? To be around other people who have similar goals because maybe they don't have a lot of genuine human connection in their day to day life. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's sad because I feel like in the MLM context, Barbie's downline, people in other downlines are already not making any money, most likely in MLM. And then, in my opinion, they're just re-victimized to put even more money into this coaching program where it is very unlikely that they're actually going to see any rank ups, that they'll be able to sustain said rank ups. And I just don't like it. And I wonder if Barbie pressures her downline to join this coaching program. Anyone who's been in Beachbody before, who's comfortable sharing, I would love to hear if you have any experience with uplines who have separate products like journals or whatever, like things that people could buy, or courses or trainings, paid trainings. What's the dynamic between the upline and the downline? Do you think Barbie Collab's downline would be pressured to purchase this almost $800 American dollar program? What do you think? What do you think? That was very rambly. Okay. When my sister told my dad that she was going to college, he said, "Why would you want to do that? I know a girl your age," oh my goodness, "who earns 250K a year and am I working part-time?" Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of talk like that. Like, why would you go to university where you're just gonna get a lot of student debt? You are just going to waste 4 years of your life, and then you're not actually gonna have a job related to your related to your study area. So just do the MLM instead. When I joined, it was for the discount. A lot of people do that for sure. My job offers reimbursement for business and engineering classes. So if I get an A or a B, I get all of my money back. I love that, Johnny. That's so interesting. I'm wondering if she gives a discount to her downline. Like, you get this for only $500. Maybe, Marie. So this was the exact same thing in her money magnet training, like the exact same bio, but not all of you guys were there at that last video, so I think I'm just going to read it again, just so we know who she is. So she looks really good. Yeah, like, look, my downline, this is usually worth $800, but because you're in my community, I'm going to give you this brilliant discount. Yeah, that's a really good point. We're almost done this, friends. Okay. I'm Dr. Barbie Kalev. I've earned a cumulative 8 figures in the online space through direct sales and offering my customized programs, mastermind, and mentoring experiences. My 16 plus years in the online space and the almost 5 decades on this planet have given me a unique vantage point and have allowed me to embody wisdom that I now pour into my clients and team to help them create extraordinary success. But you being in your 50s, how does you being in your 50s give you a unique vantage point? I don't really understand. Maybe because you've had more life experience than someone in their 30s. Obviously, you've been around for longer. And of course, in business coaching language, in MLM language, we always have to pour into our clients and our team. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, this kind of thing is so common in MLM. He went on and on about how insane she was spending all the money on a college degree when she could have joined Amway for a couple $100s. Oh, today she earns over 100K a year while he earns nothing, but he still thinks he is right as his Amway business is about to explode. Aw, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so sad. Her and her hubby go for every cash grab possible from coaching coaches to nutrition courses and blood work. Oh, interesting. What do you mean nutrition courses? Do you mean like the Beachbody nutrition courses? Is that what you mean? My unique programs are for soul led. This is going to hurt my soul. It's going to hurt me. Individuals who are ready to tap into the intangible world of manifestation, energetics, mindset, identity work, and aligned action in order to create a beautiful, tangible reality from the inside out. First off, I never say in order to, because those are extra words you don't need. Just say to. Aligned action to create a beautiful, tangible reality. Just say to. You don't need the extra words. And then identity work, aligned action, energetics. These are all fancy buzzwords that I think she's just trying to fill the word count for a college essay, in my opinion. Clients in my programs come from all walks of life. Whether they are entrepreneurs or not, what they all have in common is a desire and readiness to step into their next level version of their lives. No, her husband said he has his own food thing that requires blood work. Interesting. Buzzword after exactly. It's all buzzwords. It's all buzzwords for sure. Okay, where am I? What sets me apart is that I've been a seven-figure earner for over a decade, and I've truly integrated how to operate from both feminine and masculine energies. Didn't she say 8 figures before? Oh, maybe she means seven-figure earner yearly for over 10 years. Maybe that's what she means. When I first learned about the feminine masculine energies thing from the Beach Boss influencers, I really was upset, but then I Googled it. Let me I've talked about this before, but let me Google it. I think it comes from maybe not great ideologies and ideas about differences between female and male like characteristics and personality traits, in my opinion. But I remember I did Google it when I first heard that because I was annoyed, and I realized it is actually a thing. It is a thing, even if we don't like it. Okay, so masculine energy is characterized by doing and achieving and is molded by logic and reason. The feminine is more intuitive, oriented towards receiving and allowing, and characterized by being. While when these energies are balanced, we experience a greater sense of harmony and fulfillment. My understanding of it from the Beach Boss influencers is all like when you're in your feminine energy, you are just focused on the moment. You are listening to like you're not listening to the colors. Sorry, I'm struggling to share my screen. Again, it's not working. Let me just do this first and then I can talk. Then I'll talk. I want to share my window. When you're in your feminine energy, you are more focused on seeing the colors and listening to the music and being in the moment, enjoying the sunrise. And then when you're in your masculine energy, that's when you just work. You get things done and you achieve tangible results. And I'm on Miss Fraud. Yeah, I agree. At first, I thought it was just like a weird sexist thing that was said, and I do think it is rooted in sexism for sure. but I was shocked when I Googled it that it was actually a thing. It was actually a real thing, and I don't like it. Why are we calling getting work done and focusing on your goals a masculine trait? That's just a human trait, in my opinion. It's a metabolic tying program. Interesting, 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 Christine. I didn't know. So does her husband sell this program to Beachbody coaches? You said that she does, right? What's it called? I want to Google it. Do actual business owners talk about how many figures they earn? Serious question. I don't know. Maybe, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like no. They might talk about how many customers they've served, how many people they've helped, or how many new offices they've opened. But I don't think I've ever seen any talk from like this store down the street. We've made this much money. It's like, no, maybe we've made 100,000 coffees in our first however many years in business, right? Oh, Christina, the I have it so no one can send me a link. I'm going to like you can't leave links in the YouTube chat, unfortunately. So if you are okay with it, you can send it to me through my YouTube email if you'd like. Or you could just tell me like the name of the program and then I could go Google it myself. Whatever you'd like. Okay. I know what it's like to function in the world of nonstop doing, which is a masculine energy apparently. A feeling like if it's up to me mentality and hitting a wall and not knowing a more fruitful, more enjoyable, and profitable way. It took me years of deep learning and integrating what? In order to master the masculine energy of strategy, systems, and action, which comes quite naturally for me, with the feminine energy of trusting my own intuition, wisdom, and all that comes with that realm. It is this embodied, integrated wisdom, knowledge, and skills that I bring to you in my programs, mastermind, and mentorship. I get so annoyed. Masculine energy of action, of actually doing things. Then the feminine energy, just being wise. Just being wise, being in the moment. It's like, no, I don't want to be in the feminine energy. The feminine energy. No, I don't like that. I'm not able to verbalize my points very well. I'm sorry. I don't know why this makes me mad. Maybe, yes, I do. It makes me mad because I feel like the masculine energy characteristics, in my opinion, seem to be more desirable. They're more desirable in this context because you actually need to do things to build your business. And the masculine energy characteristics falls under that category of actually taking action and achieving something. Okay, exactly. Actual business owners talk about ways to improve their business. They don't go on and on about how much money they have. I agree. People in MLMs focus on cars, houses, holidays, and owning things that suggest wealth. Actual business people talk about practical ways to add value to their customers. Yes. Like a bank might say, we've served this many customers in the past year, or we've helped this many customers open up the first bank account, right? Like, how did you actually help your customers? Not we raked in this much in revenue. I've seen, okay, real business people talk about money, but they're really specific. Like last month, we made 125,000 in the new location. Okay, interesting. Thank you for letting us know. That was a really good question that Johnny had earlier. Okay. So we're not going to read all of these. Makes me frustrated, this part. Do you offer refunds? Due to the nature of the material, there are no refunds. You will have lifetime access to the material. Remember, you signed up for a reason. Doesn't matter. We've seen on, I'm going to keep referencing Danielle Ryan because she's my favorite, but we've seen that like people she interviews say that they realized they were in a like worse financial situation and they truly couldn't afford all of this money, the big price tag, and they asked for a refund, and the person was like, "No, we don't give refunds." If you stand behind your product, you should think that people are not going to want a refund because it is just so valuable. So why are you making it so if someone makes a mistake or thinks that this would be beneficial for them and it's not, why can't they get a refund? That seems sketchy. As Daniel Ryan says, if you stand behind your product or service, you will have a fantastic refund policy. I can't stand that. How do I know Athena is for me? Ugh. Athena is for women who are in the early stages of the business. We've already looked at this. Can you guarantee results? My program is meant to give you the knowledge, frameworks, and information so that you can then go and apply what you've learned. Integration and application takes time, and results will thus vary from person to person. It's your responsibility to play full out and take radical responsibility for your results. It is my role to deliver the information, the care, the guidance, and it is your responsibility to get yourself the results. I agree with radical responsibility in a sense, but I think things happen to us that are outside of our control. If we're in Beachbody and we're 15-star diamond and then a bunch of people quit because they realize they're not making any money and we go from 15-star to diamond, that's not our fault, and we should not be taking radical responsibility for that because that's outside of our control. Ray Kroc was obsessed with making McDonald's better. He would obsess with making the service faster and the food of higher quality. There you go. He never bragged and boasted about cars, houses, and holidays. But in MLM, that's what we have to do, right? That's what we have to do because that's how we're going to like trick people into the business. And even if we got our cars and our house in part because say our spouse actually makes a lot of money, it doesn't matter because we have the physical items and we can connect it back to our MLM even if our MLM didn't actually get us that item. Okay, I'm done. Why was that so frustrating to me? I'm done. Woohoo, done. People at Amway never talk about adding value. It's all about becoming rich. You made rich with a capital. Do you mean like they all want to become rich DeVos? That's funny. So what do we think of, what do we think about this Athena training program? Just like her other money manifestation thing. I think she's saying the same thing in about 12 different ways. It's very unclear how she's actually going to help us build our business. And I wonder again how much money she's making from her this coaching and her money manifestation course in comparison to the money she's making from her Beachbody downline. And I wonder how many people in her downline are also paying $800 for this course. Yep. Say number of burgers served. Yep. You are correct. So thank you for hanging out with me. I think this was quite fun. I don't know when I'm going to do my next stream. I think it'll be on maybe Tuesday. I'm not sure. Perhaps Tuesday. Excuse me. But really appreciated this. Thank you to everyone who stopped by to hang out. I hope you enjoyed another program, another coaching program from Barbie Kalev. She's really good at attracting her customers. Yep, she's hitting all the MLM pain points. Exactly. Gary said, thanks, Heather. You're welcome, Gary. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate everyone, and I hope to see you at the next stream. Bye.